Hello, and welcome to This Week in the Studio. I'm Amy Nicole, and I'm coming to you from sunny and still very hot South Texas. This week, I cannot wait to tell you about my first ever sewing class. I actually assisted in teaching a sewing class this weekend. It was an absolute beginner class. We had 5 attendees, and for most of them, it was their very first time even touching their sewing machine or taking it out of the box. And it was so rewarding and so much fun. I cannot even tell you. Everyone left feeling much more confident and comfortable with operating their machines. And we made these fun little zipper pouches. Some people made flat pouches. I whipped up this little box pouch. Everyone had a blast. They were so happy with their take-home projects. So excited that they were able to actually make something with their hands, with their machines. It went so well. I'm still on this like high from it. And it's exciting because I made some new sewing friends in the area. So and 3 of us have actually had so much fun hanging out together, and we're so excited that we're going to have a little sewing and wine date one night this week, and I can't wait. I'm like so nerding out about this. I usually don't have anyone to hang out and talk sewing with, so this is very exciting for me. Just a great weekend all together. The class was Saturday, and then Sunday, which is usually my day to do some personal sewing. I had planned to work on my Lodo dress, but the hubs and I just took an easy day. We stayed in our pajamas, ate breakfast at home, lounged around, went to lunch, came back, took a nap, and then had dinner with our neighbors and sat outside and drank wine. And it was a very relaxing, sort of carefree day that I don't do very often. My sewing days are carefree, but a lot of times I'm like, oh, this is my day to sew for me. I want to get as much done as possible, and it ends up not being very relaxing. Does that ever happen with you? So I felt very blessed to just have some real downtime, some real hangout time with my husband on Sunday. It was very lovely. I highly recommend just letting yourself take a break and not putting so much pressure on yourself to finish all those projects that you have in mind. So since I didn't get that Lodo finished, I'm hoping to have some time to work on it this coming week. We're going to be doing some extra work for our restaurant on Sunday, and then maybe going out of town from Sunday to Monday, since Monday is a holiday here in the US, so I'm hoping to get some time to work on it during the week. Maybe on our sewing date, but actually I have a lot of work sewing to do, so I might have to do some work sewing on our sewing date, but it's still going to be awesome because it's going to be a sewing date. As far as work sewing goes, I have some muslins to sew up for the baby clothes girl that I work for. We've done like 5 new patterns for her, so I need to get a couple more fit muslins sewn up and sent to her to test for fit. I also have a wedding dress to alter. She is coming to try this on in an hour or so. This wedding dress is going to need to be let out somehow. I'm thinking what we're going to do is change the back from a zipper back to a corseted back. She unexpectedly found out that she was going to be expecting on her wedding day, so we're going to try to work out some kind of magic to accommodate that baby bump as best as possible so she can still keep the wedding dress that she chose. So she's coming in to try that on today, and then I'll probably get working on that next week. I'll be sure to kind of walk y'all through that process, whatever we decide is the best route to go. Next, I will be prepping for my first completely self-taught by me sewing class, my shirt number 1 class. I did get that test fit made last week and sent out to the girl at the studio where I'll be teaching, so she can hang that up as advertisement in her shop. I didn't take any pictures. I forgot to take pictures of it before I sent it out, but you might have seen me doing my little handmade happy dance on Instagram. If you missed it, you can check in my Insta highlights. I have a whole highlight with all my handmade happy dances, and I highly recommend you join me in those. It's hashtag handmade happy dance. When you're done making something and you're just so excited, just film yourself doing a little happy dance and post it, hashtag it, tag me. I'd love to see your handmade happy dances. I got all of my shirt number 1 patterns in that I'm going to be using for the class. So this is exciting and looks very professional, all these patterns all packed up together. So I'm excited about that. I hope I can get enough people to sign up for this class so that it'll actually happen. I think there's a minimum of 5 for me to be able to do the class. So wish me luck on that. We'll see how it goes. Lastly, this week, I'm not going to forget my weekly crush this week. My weekly crush is a new website called maternitysewing.com. I don't know if you've heard about it. These 2 lovely ladies, I forget their names at the moment, 2 lovely sewing bloggers decided to create a website that just accumulates all of the sewing patterns that are either drafted specifically for maternity or are suitable for maternity or pre or postpartum. So that is just so cool that these 2 gals have gotten together to really serve this niche part of our sewing community. I am not expecting or planning to be expecting myself, but I just think it's so cool that that there is a place for people who are expecting to go and find things to sew that are drafted just for them or acceptable just for them. And the cool part is that on their site you can filter based on how far along you are, where the waistline is, if there is no waistline, all that kind of stuff. And you will find my Roxy trio on there, which is really great for a maternity dress, tank, whatever. If you do sew the Roxy for maternity, I would recommend adding a little bit of length to accommodate that extra bump space. But Roxy is a great maternity dress or postpartum to really sort of make you feel beautiful with your after baby body. And I love what they're doing. I think it's great, and I wanted to give them a shout out for my weekly crush. Check out the link below if you want to see them. That's really it that's going on in the studio this week. Follow me on Instagram at Amy Nicole Studio. I'm sure I will be gramming all about my sewing date this Tuesday. I am just so giddy about it. I can't wait. And I can't wait to talk to you again next week. Hopefully I will have a lodo to show you. And look out for my swimsuit post, which will be coming out today, tomorrow. Beverly Bikini from Swim Style. So check that out. Thank you so much for joining me this week in the studio. Happy sewing, everyone. Bye.